Hey guys, SC Blizzard here, and as you can probably tell by the title, I'm kind of trying to explain why Call of Duty has declined over the why has Ghost become so unsuccessful compared to Black Ops 2 and all the other Call of Duties. Why do people give it so much flack? Why is it that on social media everybody's like, Ghost is the worst Call of Duty ever? I have an understanding of why people say that, and so I figured I'd go ahead and share. But before I do that, this was my first game of the day. I did not do amazing, but this was probably one of my most aggressive games in a long time, if not the most aggressive game I have ever played in Call of Duty Ghosts, at least with the Maverick, or for quite a while. And I kind of wanted to share it, so there's, spoiler alert, there's not a chem strike, but it still is a very good game. I was playing with Jamie and Envy, and I decided to give ourselves the team name of the Big Three, since every time we play together we just dominate people. But I figured I'd go ahead and leave it up to you guys. What should we call our team name? Now, of course, if it's something ridiculous, I'll just stick with the Big Three. But I figured you guys could give us a decent team name. I know you guys haven't seen gameplay from Jamie yet, but you have seen stuff from me and Envy, so go ahead and leave your suggestions in the comments, and I'll go ahead and read them later and present the names to Envy and Jamie next time I get the opportunity. So again, back to why has Call of Duty started declining, and the main reason is because it has become noob friendly. You always hear that the biggest demographic of Call of Duty is 12-year-olds. Like, the stereotype is only 12-year-olds play Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a 12-year-old game. And whenever you go into a game of Search and Destroy, anybody that's actually using a mic is a 12-year-old. And quite honestly, that is a very true demographic. I am 16 years old, so it's not exactly like 12-year-olds all over the place, because I'm 16 and none of my friends are below the age of 13. That I play Call of Duty with anyways, and a lot of them are really good people, but a lot of the people you hear talk are 12-year-olds, and why do you think that is? Why do you think Call of Duty is a game for 12-year-olds? And sorry for the kind of campy gameplay. I wasn't trying to camp. I was trying to get out of here as quickly as I could, but there was like no escape route. I was completely surrounded, and I tried to get some help, but it didn't work out in my corner, so, or I guess that's the way you can say it. But you can tell that Call of Duty has become more noob friendly. Like, Infinity Ward games haven't, or they mainly have always had low recoil, but Call of Duty Ghosts, there's something in this game that just feels different. Like, the kill streaks, spawn protection, everything. Like Black Ops 2, whenever you got a lodestar in Nuketown, you just dominated. You couldn't be destroyed. You'd get like 50 kills in one lodestar in those two backyards. They'd always switch between the backyards, and you'd destroy people. And now if you call in a helo pilot, there's like, it takes 20 things to destroy people, and you only get like 3 or 4 kills with the helo pilot because of the spawn protection. And that's one way you can easily tell, and honestly, it's not a bad thing, but a lot of people are really annoyed by it, and that Panic Knifer, you suck. I hate you. But either way, it's perfectly fair. The knife lunge has become insane. They brought back perks that nobody likes. Like, why in the world would they bring back Danger Close? Why does there need to be a counter to Blast Shield? Why does there need to be Danger Close in the first place? It's because the stereotypical demographic has been chosen that 12-year-olds that only 12-year-olds play Call of Duty. So now this is just a theory coming from me, but like, whenever they got a focus group together, they got a group of a lot of younger children. They didn't pick like the old Navy guys that play Call of Duty with their buddies every day, or not every day, but like whenever they get the chance, they like play Call of Duty and they go on a tear. They decided to pull the 12-year-olds because they aren't doing that good, and they decide, well, if we can please the younger generation or the younger demographic, because most young people play Call of Duty are young, then they can try and please everybody. why so they get a focus group of mainly 12-year-olds, and they're like, okay, so what do you not like about Call of Duty?
I don't like that my C4 doesn't kill people.
And sorry about that. I don't like that my C4 doesn't kill people. Well, what do they do about that? They give us a perk to increase C4 damage by 40%. Danger close. And they make it kind of a counter to blast shield. They just throw everything out the window because a couple people decided that danger close was a necessary perk for them to enjoy the game. Why do you think that people always want to go back to MW2? The older people, if you were 13 when you played Modern Warfare 2, when you first got Modern Warfare 2, if you were 13, you are 17, 18. You're about to graduate high school, or you did, and you're going off to college. If you were 13 when you started COD 4, you're in college. You do the math. It's easy. You started with these CODs, these Call of Duties, the best selling Call of Duty and the greatest Call of Duty rated by the community of all time, and it's all younger people. You take Halo, and it happened the same way. Like, you go back and you watch Halo 3 videos, and there's no indicator of where a weapon is or when it spawns or anything, but, like, you play Halo 4, and it's a bum rush to the Spartan Laser in that Valhalla remake. So, because I used to play a ton of Halo 3, like, every time I think of the best video game in the world, I think back to me sitting in my best friend's room with 2-3 other guys playing local multiplayer of Halo 3, and that's my interpretation of, like, the best first-person shooter or the best video game in the world is Halo 3. And they tried to recreate some of that stuff with Halo 4. The problem is not that they didn't have Bungie, it's that they tried to cater to this younger generation, because Halo 3 is as old as Call of Duty 4. I'm sorry, I say COD because it's like the common abbreviation. If you don't like it, then I'll stop saying it. But, like, Halo is 10 years old. I don't remember when the first game came out. I do remember playing Halo 2 when I was 6 or 7 years old, and like I said, I'm 16 years old now, so it's a huge leap. Like, what you thought was amazing when you were that age it may not have even changed. It's just that the people that were first impressed with that game are, like, no longer impressed because it's completely different, and that's come the same thing with Call of Duty. You have a newer audience. You have these 12, 13-year-olds that are, like, they got into Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Back when Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 were out, these younger people got into it and they enjoyed it, and the older people are wanting Call of Duty back, but they're also saying stop making new Call of Duties, and the people that are moving up are also saying, like, I don't know, Call of Duty Ghosts was made to recreate the fun memories of Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 at the same time. That's why they brought in those old perks, and I'm trying to think of what I wanted to say because I knew it, but I just forgot it. They're trying to create these older memories, but it's harder to because of all these older generation people. They have moved on since, and it's a lot harder to recreate. So, you look back at Call of Duty 4, it was meant to crush Halo. Halo was the biggest game it was the biggest game in the world. Everybody wanted to play it. That was the Call of Duty of 2002 or whenever Halo came out, and Halo 2 and Halo 3 were great games, but Call of Duty 4 swept the nation, swept the world, and now Call of Duty is the biggest first-person shooter, or it was, and now people are trying, they have a certain age group. They're like, most video games are played by 12 to 18 years old. Let's just say that. Most first-person shooters are played by people that age, and of course there are older people. I have groups of friends that are older than that, but they're trying to cater to the younger people, and so you see how that's kind of difficult, knowing as like the people that started in Call of Duty 4 are no longer 12, 13, they're 17, 18, or they're 20 and 21, and so it's kind of hard to bring back that stuff, or it's kind of hard to make a good game. That's why everybody was looking forward to Titanfall, because it's completely new, and we weren't looking forward to it. Like, I'm sorry, the older people weren't looking forward to it. It was the younger people. They were looking for a brand new first-person shooter, or wait, it was the other way around. And there's another thing. Why do you think people go back to Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2? I can tell you why they go back to Modern Warfare 2. What was the greatest moment in Modern Warfare 2 for you people? Now, sorry, this gameplay was kind of cut short, so I decided to make put in a new one for another topic, or another few topics. But, like, what was the greatest moment in Modern Warfare 2 for you? I'm pretty sure it was whenever you got your first tactical nuke, Harrier Strike, Chopper Gunner, and Tactical Nuke. That's like what everybody talks about whenever they go back to Modern Warfare 2. That's what everybody thinks of. Harrier Strike, Chopper Gunner, Tactical Nuke, ACR, One-Man Army, Danger Close, Noob Tubes, whatever. It's like, that's what everybody thinks about whenever they think of Modern Warfare 2, and that's what they tried to recreate with Call of Duty Ghosts. It just was kind of a flop. So I didn't really get to enjoy that. Like, I didn't get into Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2. I actually had World at War, but it was for the Wii, and I could only play campaign. I never played a single multiplayer match on World at War, so it doesn't really count. Whenever I got into Call of Duty multiplayer, it was Modern Warfare 2, and I got into Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2, but I didn't actually start getting into it until mid-Black Ops 2, or not mid-Black Ops 2, but early Black Ops 2, like a little bit after it came out. I decided, you know what, I want to improve my experience with Call of Duty, so I'm going to try and watch videos and get better. And so I started watching all these nuke tactics, like how to get a nuclear medal, best class setup for Scar H. Scar H was my favorite gun in Modern Warfare 2. I carried that over to Black Ops 2. Like, best class setup for Scar H, best class setup for whatever. And like, there were all these class setup videos that I was just into. I wanted to watch, and I wanted to get better at Call of Duty. I didn't care before Modern or Black Ops 2. I didn't care. I figured, you know what, Call of Duty is just for fun. But, you know, I figured it would be more fun if I could get high streaks, like swarms and stuff. And I still remember to this day, like, playing Black Ops 2 and getting excited by getting, like, an AGR. And, like, that's no big deal for a lot of you. But it was a huge deal to me, and now I, like, swarm. Every game I play, I get, like, one swarm, or, like, it's kind of different now because, you know, I've been playing, Ghosts, and it's hard to adjust, it's hard to go back to Black Ops 2 from, Call of Duty Ghosts, because they're such different games. Like, they're Call of Duty, but they're still so different because they're two different developers, and, like, the developers like to use two different things, and like but the greatest moment anybody remembers is like that one hidden streak. Like, everybody goes back to Call of Duty 4 because it was a stripped down version of Modern Warfare 2. It was like, there were certain perks, but like there were the streaks were very simple. A lot of Call of Duty 4 was just very simple, and whenever you think of Modern Warfare 2, you think like innovation, like new kill streaks, tactical nuke, and all that stuff. And so it's just like a whole new concept. Everything is like a whole new concept. And whenever people look back at Call of Duty 4, they're like, that was the glory days. Like, that was whenever it like took over. That was when it was at its prime. And Modern Warfare 2 was the best selling game, and that's whenever it also took off. But everybody's greatest moment in Call of Duty history for them is getting that high streak, whether it be a tactical nuke, whether it be a nuclear, whether it be a chem strike, whatever. That's why I am enjoying Call of Duty Ghosts, or that's why I have not hopped onto that train of Call of Duty is the same game every year yet, because I'm new to this high streak thing. I'm new to it. Like, I'm new to the concept. Like, I didn't know you could get a tactical nuke in Modern Warfare 2. Like, I'm pretty sure I purchased it in local multiplayer and had my brother sit there and then, like, kill him over and over, like, or I'd have his profile signed in on a second controller, and I'd go around, and I just wanted to see what the tactical nuke would do. I never really cared, and so, watch this sniper feed. Triple sniper kill. That was amazing, and then I think I get a couple more. But yeah, that's what everybody strides for. That's why they brought the Chem Strike back in, and that's why they put a Chem Strike in a care package on Strike Zone. That's why whenever you go to Strike Zone, the Chem Strike is in a care package. You couldn't get that in Modern Warfare 2, or maybe you could. It was just like you had to be extremely lucky. There's like a 1 in 1,000 chance you'll ever get a tactical nuke in a care package, and so they decided to make it easy because everybody thought that getting a nuke was like the big thing. Getting a Chem Strike was like what everybody wants to do in Call of Duty. If you can get a Chem Strike, then you've lived. If you can get a nuclear medal in Black Ops 2, then you've lived. That's what everybody strides for whenever they play a Call of Duty, is those high streaks, and that's what Call of Duty Ghosts tried to recreate. That's why I'm interested in Call of Duty Ghosts, because sure, I did get a few Ruthless medals. I got every single killer medal player card besides like the super kill. I don't remember. It was a 6-man one. Like, I got the 7 and 8 one, and I got the 5 one, but I could never get the 6 one. And I never got a legitimate nuclear. Like, I remember in the bottom of Hijacked, like, this is the one time I ever boosted. I never boosted for camos or anything. I really wanted the Master Killer patch, and so me and my friend went down to the bottom of Hijacked, and we killed I killed him, and I didn't have any high streaks. Like, I had a UAV, I think, and whatever, and I didn't have any high streaks because I didn't want to be that guy that boosts for the extremely high streaks and screws the enemy team out of the game. I just wanted to get that nuclear medal, that's it. And so we went down there and boosted for the nuclear medal, and although I did get the nuclear medal, I only did it for the patch. Like, I still want to get a legitimate nuclear, and my stats have been reset since then. They weren't reset legitimately. I know that they were reset by a hacker, because I didn't get the eraser player card, and none of my friends knew anything about it. Of course, one of them could have been lying. My brother could have reset the stats overnight, or whenever I wasn't paying attention, but, you know, I don't think he did that. I think it was just reset by a hacker because I didn't get the eraser player card that you get. But I'm getting very off topic. They tried to recreate getting those extremely high streaks. That's what Infinity Ward strided for, and in doing so, they made the game extremely noob friendly. Like, Danger Close, whenever Modern Warfare 2 was out, it was like no big deal. Like, nobody really knew how to use it, but like Danger Close now, it's like everybody's using Riot Shield and C4. Like, of course that's been nerfed, but still, people do it. I see it all the time. It's a cheap tactic, and that's what people go for. They go for having fun, but they go for that huge, I think it's called dopamine rush, like the huge dopamine rush. It's like getting high, but it's not. It's like, that's why I feel whenever I get a Chem Strike, like I remember saying these exact words, like, the last time I got a Chem Strike, one of my friends was like, hey, how close are you? And I'm like, I got it. Like, I was a kill off, and then I killed this guy. I was like, okay, I got it. Now let's move on. Let's hurry up and win this thing. And so I've only earned 14, so it's not like I'm a pro, but like, it's like no big deal to me. I just shrug it off, and like, okay, that's another high streak. And so a Chem Strike is slowly becoming like not a big deal, and eventually there's nothing that I can't reach in Call of Duty, and I'll just be like, I don't know, like, out of it. But that's why I haven't hopped on that train yet. That's why everybody that started playing Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2, dropping tactical nukes and stuff, those people were like extremely excited. Those people are like, that's what Call of Duty was in the glory days, and that's what Infinity Ward tried to recreate. Now, they tried to recreate that through a smaller audience, or a new audience, sorry, not smaller audience. Call of Duty is bigger than it was before, but, or kind of. It's kind of bigger, but not really. And that's what Infinity Ward tried to recreate. They wanted everybody to get their chem strikes, which is why they put it in a care package. They wanted everybody to get like these high streaks, and they wanted to make it easy. That's why they created Deadeye to increase the damage. That's why they created Danger Close. Now, not to say that these perks are not balanced. It's just that it's unnecessary. The original Call of Duty fan base, some of the people that actually still do play Call of Duty and they're not busy stuck in college and stuff, they are wanting like they're wanting their Infinity Ward is trying to appeal to this new generation of Call of Duty people, and they're trying to get it, or they're trying to have this younger audience enjoy Call of Duty like how the one before did, but it's kind of hard to recreate that without ripping it off, and they don't want to rip it off. They can't recreate it. Not that they're ripping it off, it's their own game, but like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to recreate the experience that everybody has already experienced, which is why Call of Duty is slowly declining. That's why everybody loved Modern Warfare 2, because whenever you got that tactical nuke, you have lived, and then your friends need to do it, and like it's all this stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much why Call of Duty Ghosts is going downhill. If you don't really understand it, I'll try and explain it a little bit easier. Like, Call of Duty Ghosts was created to be noob friendly, so that way everyone could get their high streaks, everyone could get their nuke, everyone could get their nuclear medal in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was not noob friendly at all. There's so much recoil in the guns and stuff, and it's different. They're trying to appeal to a younger audience, make the game easier so that way people are more likely to play it. But I think what they need to do is not make it too hard, but there needs to be a skill gap. There needs to be, like, if you're a noob, then you're a noob. You need to work on it, and you need to build yourself up, like in the original Call of Duties. We didn't know how to play, so we had to build ourselves up. We had to build our empire, and we had to, work our... started from the bottom, now we're here. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about Call of Duty Ghosts. Sorry for the very long commentary video. Sorry for stuttering, saying and throughout it. It probably would have been a lot shorter if I didn't say that much. But the gameplay is coming to a very close close, and I've talked about pretty much all I can say. I really hope you guys enjoyed my points. If you did, go ahead and share it. Try and spread this word to all your friends and family. And all these are just theories, by the way. I'm not a Call of Duty professional. I'm only 16 years old, so I may not know what I'm talking about, but I do kind of have an idea of what's going on, I feel. And so, yeah, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed the video. It really supports us. It gets the video higher so other people can see it. And subscribe if you have not, so that way you can get updates on our videos whenever they come out, so you can watch the next one. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, thank you for enjoying the video. And till next time, give them a convolution. Peace.